All right, hello. This is Reverend Norris again. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a good one. So this here is my week 7 lab. Pretty much the molar volume of gases. So for safety, this took place in my kitchen, right by my sink. I did it by there just in case of dealing with the reactants and the chemicals and stuff of that nature. I want to be somewhere close where it's like a sink, where I could just say if it starts overflowing or anything crazy, I was expecting the worst, so I could just be there just to push it in there, have the water to like wash it down the drain or anything of that nature. Also my trash can's right there, so that's why I want to use it there. So, also with this, I just make sure I use a little bit more safety, just because, not more safety, but still just as cautious. But make sure I have my gloves and glasses on, because we're dealing with the different chemicals, acid, not as safe as the one we did last week. So keep that in mind. So my results, also doing this here, my barometric pressure, I actually called on base because I live close to the Air Force Base, and just asked the weather flight, and they gave me the barometric pressure for that, and I converted it into the atmosphere one. So, all right, so results from this. So first two, they were kind of, I guess slightly off. I had more coming from, I have more water displacement. I have 100 milliliters of water displacement and then the second one I had 108 milliliters of water displacement. Trial 3 and 4, I had 94 in one and 90 in the other. Temperatures being off by like point, First temperature I had 22 on the dot. Next one was 22.3. For a third trial, 22.6. And trial 4, 22.1. So those were my results there. Percentage of error, not 100% sure on the percentage of error. Like I said, I called the weather flight. I live like 7 miles from the base, so I don't know if the barometric pressure plays a lot into that, but I just used the same one for each of them. That's pretty much it. Critical thinking. Sure, what effect does limited reactant mass have on a molar gas volume? So that with the molar gas volume, it could make the milliliters go up or down. I guess. So kind of a self-reflection here. So activities module connect to what you learn in this lecture, other courses, or professional or personal life. So this one here, just talking about the molar volumes of gases and stuff of that nature. It made me bring up, like, I know we deal with a lot of oxygen bottles. So with that there, like when it starts getting cold, PSI from that drops down. So I think every temperature under 60 makes it drop down, 3 PSI according to the gauge. So we have to calculate a lot of that stuff when we do this. Think about any type of a football or like a life raft or anything like that. So football, it kind of shrinks when it's cold, but if a life raft is not fully deflated and you take it out in the sun and it's hot, then it'll kind of expand. So keep that in mind. They also, like a turkey, you think you have the little turkey thing, you cook it, and then when it's actually ready, it pops out. Just thinking about that because of it being Thanksgiving. Other than that, it's pretty much what I got from the experiment. Like I said, I went through, did a YouTube search, and kind of, like I said, I usually do that with a lot of the assignments just because I want to make sure that I at least am setting it up right. I know we have the picture in here that it shows what we do, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right and see if my results are somewhat like online with what I'm getting, because I know they don't use like the same amount of stuff we're using, but I know the experiments are pretty much the same that's going on. So I just want to make sure that, like I said, I'm doing it right and making sure that the module is getting done, and to make sure that I'm just online with what the experiment's asking for. Cool. Well, That's it for this week. Thank you.